Hello, my name is Zumu Bradley Thomas, founder of Freddie Jones Incorporated and author of the Polished at Page series. And today I would like to talk about email etiquette. As you know, I'm an organizational consultant, but I also provide training, and I write. I write for a living. I write grants. I write books. I write articles, and so I would like to talk about email etiquette because it's so very crucial. And for a period of time, I did quite a bit with youth employability. So youth is ages 14 to 21. And what we did was take them through a period where they learned employability skills before placing them out to work. And some of the concerns that came back was, these children, these youth, they know technology, but only for entertainment. They can't write a memo, they can't write an email properly. There's a lot of little acronyms, and they're not official acronyms. They were texting language, and the subject line's not used very well, if at all. And then also the lack of decorum. There's no Mr. and Mrs. It's sort of "Hey Bob" instead of hello Mr. Proctor. And then the information is scattered, written without complete thoughts. So I'd like to talk about email etiquette in the sense that if it's over a paragraph, then that should be a letter. If it's difficult to process, and say you wrote 2 lines and you attached a letter, but it still requires some follow-up, then place a call on top of the letter. Now, if it's something that's urgent, place urgent in that subject line. If it's something that has a deadline to it, place that deadline in the subject line. If something that needs to be done by COB, close of business, then indicate that. But make sure that your email has a purpose. They should not be used to nag. They should not be used to CYA. It's just a quick way to get your point across to get work done. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the use of spell check in emails. People tend to just rattle off, and they don't think about their spelling. And, 1 or 2 typos people tend to overlook, but, in the scheme of things, it makes you look sloppy. And if your work looks sloppy, then people tend to look at it like the thing that you're attaching may be inaccurate. And so you don't want them having these extra questions because you're not sending along well-written emails. And I don't want to just pin this on the youth. These are adult workers as well. So we want to not take email for granted. Really make sure that you have a well-written email with capitals where they belong, punctuation where it belongs. There is no place for more than 1 exclamation mark. There is no place for smiley faces to show that you're happy and sad faces to show your discontent. Just say what it is that you need to say, and before you say it, wonder, should this be done face-to-face? Should it be a phone call? Does it require an email? Or does it require a letter? Is it more into it than a letter? And do you need an actual report? So these are the things that you need to think about. And if you have 3, 4 paragraphs in the email, that's just too long. And what usually happens is that people will close it up and mark it as unread until they have time to read it. So emails, a person should be able to read it in 30 seconds or less. call me on your feelings about email etiquette. I'll be interested to hear them. Our telephone number here and our Easton corporate location is 410-820-8700. Again, it's 410-820-8700. And again, I'm Umu Bradley Thomas. Thank you.